Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome into this edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We appreciate all of you out there being with us today. Auburn headed out to Omaha. They will take on the Ole Miss Rebels on Saturday night, 6 o'clock. David will be front and center for that game.
I will.
When are y'all headed out?
7 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Driving.
Should be a fun trip.
Well, you know, Andy, it's anytime you do this, you want to have the best experience possible. 3 plane tickets and a rental car would have cost us over $2,100. So we've opted to drive.
Right.
And even with gas prices, that will be way cheaper. Got a hotel near the stadium, and I don't have a single ticket, but everyone that I've talked to has said, go. There's tickets all over the place. It's never been a problem grabbing tickets. So my wife and I and our 13-year-old grandson are – I won't sleep very well tonight. I'll be so excited.
Oh, yeah. And how long of a drive is it to Omaha?
It's 15 hours.
15 hours. Okay.
Well, I'm going to
And
make it in 14.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Phone lines are breaking up. I don't know if that's us or us. But anyway, the station's popular today anyway. Thought it might be interesting to go back and revisit Auburn's 3-game series against Ole Miss earlier this year. Of course, that was way back in, March, I believe?
Yes.
So it's been a while. There's a lot of baseball that's been played since then. But it's interesting. I don't know if the starters have been named yet for Auburn and Ole Miss, but we can look at the way that Ole Miss played their regional and super regional. Dylan DeLucia is the one that started both of those series. It would lead you to believe more than likely that he would be the one to start this series.
Andy, that's what Butch said yesterday. He believes it's going to be DeLucia.
There you go.
I don't know. And he I don't know. He kind of waffled between, they're talking Gonzalez. Yeah. Or maybe Mason Barnett.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing. If you get through those first couple of games, you know, and you can get on into the week and the weekend without getting into the consolation bracket, you almost have time to pitch a guy twice if you go the full distance.
Right.
Thinking ahead. There again, you can't afford to slip too deep into the quicksand. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I would love to see Trace Bright get another opportunity to redeem himself.
He'll get another opportunity to pitch.
Yeah.
He's going to.
Redeem himself.
I mean, that Auburn's going to have to pitch a lot of games, whether it's in relief coming in long relief. Somebody else may falter, and he may have to come in and pitch some very, very important innings. So, yeah, everybody is going to have their opportunity to help this team to win. So we'll talk about that. We'll kind of break that down and look at those things, what Ole Miss has been doing here as of late. Like I said, in their regional and super regional against Southern Miss. They are playing extremely well right now. But the basketball team practicing, actually got some inside scoop on the first practice that they're kind of getting ready to go out on that tour of Israel and go and play a few games out there. So kind of interesting. So a lot of the new guys see what they look like in an Auburn uniform out there practicing and playing with the team. We'll look at those things and just kind of bounce around a little bit. Love to hear from you. 256-234-6221 is our number here. You can dial us up on the Facebook Sports Blitz Facebook page and comment away. We'll get to as many of those as we can throughout the show today. If you got any comments about that, what do you think? Who do you think Auburn should start? Let's just start there and ask you that question. Who do you think Auburn should start game 1 against Ole Miss? So let's go back a little bit of ways here. Here's an interesting little tidbit. Joseph Gonzalez did not pitch in the 3-game series versus Ole Miss. They have not seen him this year.
How about that?
So yeah, I think that was, I think maybe he had there was a little something going on with his arm, and he had a couple of series where or 2 weeks, I think, where he just took some time off. This happened to be during that series.
Yeah.
So he did not pitch. Mason Barnett started game 1, Hayden Mullins started game 2, and Trace Bright started game 3 for Auburn in that series. Remember, it was kind of an odd series. Auburn didn't really know who they were at that time. Ole Miss was the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
They came in, and unearned runs was, kind of the story of the series, really. Auburn has 5 errors in game 1.
Yeah.
They had 2 in game 2 and 1 in game 3. But they gave up a ton of unearned runs during this series. So they gave up 13 runs to Ole Miss in game 1 and 15 in game 3. But that middle one was the one where Auburn had scored 19 runs against a pretty generous Ole Miss bullpens. So, like I said, I mean, DeLucia, he did pitch game 1, went 3 1/3, gave up 6 hits and 2 runs in relief. He didn't actually start the game in game 1, but he did come in and pitch. So Auburn has seen him a little bit and give up 2. They scored 2 runs in 3 innings. That's probably that you could tell they feel a little bit comfortable about it. We were talking before the show. Obviously, Rambush is really struggling right now. Did not get a hit right in the Super Regional. I don't believe so. But
I don't think he got on base.
Going back and looking, he went 8 for 14 against Ole Miss. He killed that pitching, and maybe that familiarity, maybe he can go back and look at the film of how he approached those at bats. Maybe that'll get him going again, because Auburn really, really needs him to be who he has been all year.
They do, and I was telling you off the air, I actually got to put my arm around him yesterday, and being the former coach, I just said, hey, Blake, listen, man, just go out there and relax and have fun. Because sometimes that grates on these kids mentally. Baseball's a mental game.
Yeah. And
I said, positive thoughts, positive energy, and just go out there and have fun. He said, thank you, sir, I appreciate that. And that's what we hope, that he'll just go out there, relax. The teams that go out to Omaha and they're tight, those are the teams that aren't going to last very long, regardless of the talent level, because you're playing in front of 30,000 people. This is the pinnacle of college baseball. And so I think that Butch and Carl and Gabe and Tim will have our guys loose, but I think they'll be super focused. And like I told you before we came on, we can look at this 2 ways. We can look at this as a very difficult draw because of Ole Miss being one of the hottest teams in the country. And on the other side of the bracket, our second opponent would be Arkansas, who beat us in our series in May, and the number 2 national seed. Or we can look at it as we're familiar with both these teams. We're not the same team we were when we played them before. And as far as Stanford is concerned, we just beat the number 3 national seed out of their league at their park. So it all depends on how you want to look at this thing. So yeah. I'm excited. It's just going to be unbelievable. Now, Andy, there's no rain in the forecast, but the high in Omaha Monday is a crisp 100 degrees.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
but at least it'll be breezy. Right?
Well, I'm hoping we play the second game that day, which will be, we'll get some lights on. We'll be in the dark. Obviously, I'll take the sunscreen. Yeah. But it's going to be nice and hot in Omaha as it is here. Maybe a little more of a breeze.
Well, Auburn gets the night game on Saturday night, so that'll be a little bit. That'll be nice. And
yes.
If you win, I think if Auburn wins, they will get the night game again.
That's correct. Yes.
That's extra motivation to stay in the winner's bracket.
Absolutely.
And to be honest with you, I think for Auburn to have a legitimate chance to make a run in this tournament, they got to stay in the winner's bracket. I mean, it is so, once you get in the loser's bracket, it is just so difficult to come out, and
yes.
Especially
right
if you
off
don't
the
have
bat.
just absolutely dominating pitching. And Auburn has a really, really good bullpen. I feel very comfortable with it. But the starting pitching, it's just not – it may not be as staunch as some of the other opponents that are out there. So here's another little tidbit. This is not one that I enjoy giving, but it is relevant. Blake Burkhalter pitched in one game against Ole Miss earlier he pitched in game 3, 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 5 earned runs.
Yeah.
This was his worst outing of the year.
Worst outing.
So, look, I mean, it was what it was. It was just kind of an aberration. Hopefully, he has put that behind him. Hopefully, he looks at it as motivation, like you said. Yeah. It's all in the way you look at it. Maybe he looks at it as motivation. So I'm going to make up for that. You know, I got something to prove now against Ole Miss.
Well, Andy, I don't know what your text thread guys said during that game 3 against Oregon State. When we brought Burkhalter in the 7th inning, I said, "Oh crap, it's too early."
I did too.
And then Andy Burcham told Butch Thompson, he said, "Coach, that's probably the most incredible 8 outs that I've seen out of an Auburn pitcher ever."
Dominant.
So that's what we're
completely and totally.
That's right. And errors. We've committed 8 errors in that series. That's probably a good chunk of the entire errors we committed the whole year.
Yeah. Auburn's a much better defensive team, playing much better. There is some relevance to that series earlier in the year, but it's also 2 different teams in 2 different places.
A long time ago.
It's going to be a fun matchup. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hilleby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious 1-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hilleby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
At Glenn Smith in Opelika, we are proud to be celebrating our 30th anniversary. Enjoy big discounts on Chevrolet Buick and GMC SUVs. Chevy Equinox discounted up to $4,500. Buick Encores discounted up to $3,250. And GMC Acadias discounted up to $4,250. New inventory is arriving daily.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Some comments rolling through, David. Let me get to some of these.
Our resident Bulldog has chimed in.
Yeah. Well, I lost him. I don't know.
I got him.
Okay.
Wes Blatt, our resident Bulldog War Eagle, beat those bears.
The Rebel Black Bears.
Oh, is that what that is?
And land sharks.
The baby land sharks.
Yeah,
and
I forget, and Rebels.
Send those powder blues back to Mississippi. Wes, I know you're still disappointed because y'all hoisted the trophy last year and it just didn't work out this year. But on your behalf, the Auburn Tigers will do everything they can to send your arch nemesis back to Mississippi with an L.
Yeah, you know, if you win the national championship, you can take the next year off.
Oh,
really.
yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
Wes would disagree. But, and then my brother asked, when's the first game? Dale, if it's Auburn, 6 o'clock Saturday. Tournament starts tomorrow at 1 with an incredible game. I think it's Notre Dame. It's either Notre Dame, Texas A&M, or Oklahoma, Texas, which both of those matchups are going to be very interesting, fun to watch. So, because Notre Dame coming off the huge upset of the Little Orange.
Speaking of hot teams, Notre Dame.
Yes. Yeah, and I heard one of the guys on Sirius XM that's one of the so-called, college baseball experts, and he was just going on and on about Notre Dame. Don't sleep on Notre Dame and how good they are. So that's the tournament. John Paul, I have no idea about Auburn's baseball team record against other SEC teams in tournaments. You Google that one and get back to us.
Yeah.
On that one, I have no idea. So that's our comments so far, and thank y'all for commenting. Everybody that calls in. Still hadn't gotten any predictions on who that people think Auburn might start on the mound Saturday. So I'm guessing Gonzalez. It's just a hunch.
Yeah, that could be. That's one of those very interesting calls.
Yeah.
If it is DeLucia for Ole Miss, which again he started the regional against Arizona in Miami, and he started the super regional versus Southern Miss. 12 strikeouts against Arizona in that first game, 9 strikeouts against Southern Miss, and so he's
good.
He's pitching really well right now.
Yeah. I don't think they'll change that up either.
Probably not. Now he did give up 4 runs against Arizona, gave up nothing against Southern Miss. He is a right-hander, so hey,
he's Cole Foster. What about left-handed?
Yep. Brandon Johnson is kind of there. Blake Burkhalter, he's got 11 saves this year, so he comes in and slams the door. He will pitch at least, an inning. He can go a little bit more, much like Burkhalter. So, if Auburn, I guess you could see possibly a Hunter Elliott. He's their left-hander. If it's not DeLucia, I'm almost 100% it would be Hunter Elliott. So he's kind of their number 2 guy. So
yeah,
Auburn's already seen both of those guys at one. Like I said, they should be somewhat familiar with him. They've gone back, I'm sure, and looked at the film to see, and they've been checking them out for what they're doing now. So
Coach Andy Butch said yesterday, he said, I can go back and look at my charts, and
right.
I will, but that was in March. They were the number 1 team in the country. We were still trying to find ourselves. Brett said,
got to give it to Gonzalez.
Hal Baird messed up pitching Hepson instead of Hudson against Stanford back in '97. Get that first win. Brett, here's the thing. I don't disagree with you, and if I'm a betting man, I'm going to bet on Gonzo. I almost have more confidence right now in our bullpen than our starters. So what we can hope is that Gonzo and Mason Barnett was great against Oregon State in Game 3, and that Trace Bright is on fire, and those guys can give us 5-6 innings, whatever game we trot them out there, and get to the back end, get to Skipper and Swilling and Burkhalter and those guys. That's what we can hope for. So,
going back, Carson Skipper, he pitched pretty well against Ole Miss. That was the one that didn't have any luck. Gave up 1 earned run, 5 runs overall, so 4 unearned runs scored against Carson Skipper. He did not. He deserved a much better fate.
Yeah.
Carson Swilling, he pitched much better. Had a really nice outing against Ole Miss. Chase Alsop pitched an inning and a third. Did give up 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, so he did not have a very good outing against Ole Miss earlier this year.
Yeah.
Tommy Sheehan, got to pitch against him. He's a guy, that was of course earlier in the year. He was not pitching well. He has come around and everything seems to have lined up, and he's a guy that maybe Auburn may look to in a long relief situation.
His last outing was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
At Oregon State.
No question.
And I didn't even mention Alsop either. I like Alsop. He's just a freshman, runs it up to 97.
Isbell pitched extremely well against Oregon State.
That's right.
Your guy, John Armstrong.
Yeah.
The true freshman.
Yeah, the sidewinder.
Yeah.
And Brett said, "Don't run Bright out there." I don't. Bless his heart. Just he's had some rough outings lately. I don't think we'll see Trace Bright in the Game 1. My hope is that he can wash that experience at Oregon State and put it behind him and give us a really, really good start whenever Butch does run him out there, for sure.
Jim says he's calling Rambush Homer in the opener. Kyle says, I guess in the response to who starts, I don't care who starts. Auburn by 5. So, okay.
I'll take
some confidence here from the Auburn faithful. That's good to know. Got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro. The Eric McKinley team, they are saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgages. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248. We could all use an extra $1,000 or two, couldn't we not?
I could right now for my trip. Can I borrow some money, Andy?
Yeah, well, we'll take up a collection for you.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to somebody real quick. My father-in-law, Bob Bowie, who's had moved down here from Ohio. He's in Chapman facility,
right?
And he watches us every day. So I wanted to say hey to the father-in-law, and wish you could go to Omaha with us, but I'm sure he'll be watching.
Be there in spirit.
Appreciate him watching the Blitz.
I hope he's having a good day. Absolutely. Yeah. Switching gears a little bit, as I mentioned, Auburn having the first basketball practice with essentially the new team being put together here from Bruce Pearl. They are getting ready to take a trip to Israel, where they will take on some kind of semi-pro teams there in a kind of getting ready for the new upcoming basketball season. Just some updates, some inside information about that practice. 5-star big man Johan Traor still not practicing, still not on campus. He's the only member of the 22 recruiting class yet to report to campus. The hope was that he'd be here this week. I'm assuming that means he's not going to be here this week when it says that in past tense.
Yeah.
The hope was that he was going to be here this week.
Yep.
Should we be concerned about that?
I'm trying not to read anything into that. That would be devastating.
Not good.
Maybe he had some family things he needed to take care of, and I mean, academically they hadn't mentioned anything about anything being finished up. I think we would have known that. Just a little bump in the road. Hopefully he rolls in next week, ready to go.
Hopefully so. Trey Donaldson, freshman point guard, and Alan Flanagan spent 20 minutes before practice trying to make a shot from 7 bleachers up. Flanagan actually made it somehow, banking it in. It seems that the newcomers John I. Broome, Donaldson, and Chance Westry all have a good rapport and feel comfortable with their relationship with the rest of the team. Bruce has always valued early summer as a time for the team to gel off the court. That was huge last year in bringing the chemistry together for that team, and it really paid huge dividends because it was night and day from the year before.
Yeah.
Broome especially shows a lot of leadership ability and good communication with teammates. Flanagan can't even make it on the court, much less in the bleachers, says Kyle.
I was going to say he might need to step down a few steps and practice those shots.
Yeah, that might help.
He likes to do that because when I went to the Mississippi State game and I went to the shoot-around, he was a couple of rows up in the Mississippi State gym. He is infatuated with making those trick shots. So, Alan, let's move down a little closer and get some. But Andy, the other thing, the summer workouts, I've seen some of those. Those guys work in the summer. They work. So, especially with this Israel trip coming up, and I'm sure the NCAA allows Auburn X number of extra workouts or practices to prepare for that. I can promise you Bruce Pearl's not wasting a second.
Oh, no. I don't think Bruce wastes any time ever.
No.
We mentioned this a little bit earlier. Jalen Harper, younger brother of Jared Harper, is with the team now as a walk-on. So that's not a scholarship, as a walk-on for now. Played last season at Shelton State Community College. Shot 47.5% from three-point on 40 shots. So pretty good.
Yeah.
He previously played at Florida Gulf Coast. So Jalen Harper may be going to get we'll see what this means. But nice little walk-on.
Yep.
Chance Westry went 8 from 9 from deep during the three-point shooting drill. That's well, he only missed one. So that's pretty good. I feel like Alan Flanagan's jumper looks smoother. This from Nathan King. Though it may have been just a while since I've seen him last, might also be a product of some tweaking in the G League camp. I'm sure that couldn't hurt.
No.
Got some pointers from the G League camp. In the big man drills, it's clear Broome is head and shoulders above the rest of the team as far as post skills. Good handling, turnaround, and a nice face-up game, too. Obviously, the group is lacking Traor at the moment. Broome is something that's something that Walker Kessler did not have.
We've talked about that, Andy. That's exactly what I was going to say. The inside repertoire of Broome far exceeds what Walker not that Walker can't improve in that area, and I think he needs to. Now, from the shot blocking, I don't know that we'll ever see a better shot blocker than Walker Kessler on campus. But And the other thing I was going to say about Flanagan, you know, as a coach, if a guy's got a funky release or looks weird and he's just knocking the bottom out of it, you leave him alone. But if he's not and it's funky, you tweak it. I mean, muscle memory is a tough thing to overcome. So hopefully Allen did get some pointers in the G League from some very, very good coaches and maybe made some adjustments to his shot. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. It's been 9 weeks since Chris Moore underwent a procedure on a stress fracture in his shin, but he is a full participant at practice. That's ahead of schedule for his 10 to 12-week recovery time frame. And that Pearl gave him plenty of offensive aggressiveness from Moore. He just laid out going from offensive for an offensive rebound. Mm-hmm. So that's good news. Chris Moore coming back and at full strength. We got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll finish this off and kind of round out talking about some different topics. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around central Alabama. For all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be, go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. We are looking at some blurbs from the Auburn basketball practice from the other day. K.D. Johnson remains a national treasure.
This is hilarious.
Trash talking, jokingly arguing with coaches, etc. Johnson got mad about the way a half-court drill was being officiated, so he caught a lob and dunked over two people, then stole it at the three-point line on the next possession and took it the other way for a slam. So it's nice to know KD is the same KD.
And give us the look, Andy. Give us the look.
He is a national treasure.
He is a mess. Like I was telling you off the air, I saw him at the regional, and that brings another thing to mind, Andy. The way our Auburn family has supported one another. Johnny Harris was at the reverse Tiger Walk yesterday with the girls basketball.
Saw her at quite a few baseball games.
Yes, yeah. And I said, "Hey, KD, we're loaded again this year, aren't we?" He went, gave me one of those KD looks like, man, what you talking about? He is a national treasure. I mean, what you think of all the players that we've had that come in that have impacted us not only on the court, but from a personality standpoint, like a Sonny DeShera.
Yeah.
And KD Johnson. Just the real deal, the whole package.
Sure.
So I would
Dylan
like
Cardwell. He's not
great.
A transfer, but
I would like to have seen that yesterday.
Yeah, oh yeah. This one, Bruce Pearl. I love this. Bruce Pearl. This is again Nathan King saying it. Bruce Pearl just said regarding rebounding, Walker's not back there anymore. If you don't get that, possession's over. I mean that's got to be you get to play. You play like all those games, and you start to count on the fact that. I mean, Walker was just there to clean the glass and to block every shot. Now that not being there, that's got to be a bit of a shock, something to get used to. So,
Andy, I promise you, there have been spots on the wall in the arena and that practice gym that they've had to repaint because Bruce Pearl he don't play. I mean, in practice, what you see in a game. Same thing in practice. He is on those guys constantly, but it's not a demeaning. It's getting better, and why wouldn't you listen to the guy, right?
Exactly.
He does not sugarcoat. So, but that's exactly right. I mean, you and I. There were times last year when I'd see a guy turn the corner, and see Kessler and pull the basketball back out. You know that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And this year, I don't know, Johnny Broom, maybe, he didn't have that many less blocks than Walker did last year.
Yeah, he's really good. I hope he's going to be and bring what he didn't have on the offensive end. So,
in the low post for sure. In the low post for sure. Yeah.
Jalen Williams versus Johnny Broom down low has been entertaining. Both getting to show their athleticism, but Pearl continues to harp on rebounding with the bigs. Williams drained a corner triple on a great skip pass from Trey Donaldson. As comfortable as the newcomers look, you can definitely tell there's some more experience between the returnees with passing, etc. Johnson just had a nice lob to Dylan Cardwell. Pearl is still getting on Zep Jasper for not taking threes. He instead drove into traffic and had a turnover. Pearl's preaching about not overthinking shot selection. That's pretty nice to have, Zep Jasper, a guy that was a senior last year, coming back and that experience that he brings, and of course what he brings on the defensive end. But if he gets a little bit more aggressive and actually and consistent making threes, that's just another piece of the puzzle.
Annie, it's that's so exciting to think about. And okay, take away the Walker Kessler factor on the back end. On the front end, with Katie Johnson and Zep Jasper and Wendell Green, all three back, that's 3 lockdown perimeter defenders. So I think from the defensive standpoint, we're just going to be, I think, knock on wood, I think we'll be better overall next year defensively than we were this year from an experience standpoint. And now, obviously, there's not a Walker Kessler, but Johnny Broom's pretty good pickup.
Pretty good.
And
throw in, hopefully, Yohan Traore.
Exactly. So if Bruce gets that offense, the way he wants it, we're going to be fine on the defensive end of the floor. So,
congratulations to Deshaun Davis. He is now a graduate assistant at Central Florida.
Yeah.
So
saw that.
Getting his job. I know he had been doing some high school coaching, so moving up in the ranks, and he'll be under his old mentor Travis Williams there as the defensive coordinator.
Congratulations.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Cam Martin, Trey Williams, the linebacker, and Jeremiah Denson, all I think graduate assistants there at Central Florida. So Gus bringing back a lot of the guys that played for him, and giving them an opportunity to get their coaching career started. So that's a good thing. Congratulations.
That's right. Exactly.
What do you think about Texas A&M petitioning the SEC to suspend Nick Saban? Fine him and suspend him.
Yeah. Look, they made it sound good. Okay, the athletic director made it sound really plausible, but it's like Rick Neuheisel and Childers said on Full Ride. You're really gonna suspend God? Okay, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Everything he's brought. Look, you can say what you want to about Saban. Yeah, he's a little arrogant. Tries to get the rules changed when the game doesn't go to suit him and all of this stuff. But dude, think of the gazillions of dollars that his influence has brought into the league at Alabama.
Well, then he could afford to cough up a couple.
He could.
$10,000.
Oh yeah, he can sneeze that out and never miss it. But I don't think you'll see Greg Sankey in any way, shape, or form do anything.
Probably not. One final segment of the Auburn Blitz coming up right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David closing things out to 1 o'clock here on this warm but beautiful Thursday afternoon.
Andy, which brings to mind, sorry.
Go right ahead.
I'm sorry that I keep sipping on this wonderful beverage. This is the Peach Shake from Chick-fil-A, which, by the way, I'm going to talk to Lois Ann. They need to be a sponsor of the Blitz.
I think that would be a wise decision.
The Peach Shake from Chick-fil-A defines summer.
Well, considering I have not been offered a taste, I can't speak, intelligently on it, but I can.
I just got one straw, Andy.
It smells good and it looks good. That's about all I can
wonderful. Say. Well, I think you and Mom ought to slide over there after the show today and grab you one.
Great suggestion. It is June the 16th. We are halfway through the month of June. On this day, 1974, Bjorn Borg won the French Open, his first of 11 Grand Slam titles. 1975, Milwaukee Bucks trade Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Walt Wesley to the Los Angeles Lakers for 4 players. How'd that work out?
That's got to be up there at the top of the bonehead trades in the NBA.
Well, I think the Bucks were just, they couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
And, I think they knew how good he was. They just, it was like, we'll get whatever we can get for him. But
I wonder who the 4
the rest
players
is history.
were.
That's a good question. I started to look it up, but I didn't have time. But that's interesting. Happy birthday today, Stan Laurel of Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
I think
yeah, absolutely.
He was born on this day, 1890. Ken Johnson, very interesting. Ken Johnson, pitcher in the major leagues, has the distinction. He is the only pitcher in major league history to lose a 9-inning no-hitter. He lost the game 1-0 and pitched a no-hitter.
Okay, how'd that happen? Walks?
Facing the Cincinnati Reds, he took a no-hitter to the 9th inning, and Pete Rose got on. Johnson himself made an error. I'm assuming he threw it away. So Rose
Pick-off attempt?
I'm assuming it was a fielded to him, and he
okay.
threw it away at first. Pete Rose got to second. Rose makes it to third on another error.
Oh, no.
Or no, I take that back. He makes it to third on a ground out, and then he scores on another error.
Wow.
And they end up not, they don't score in the bottom of the ninth. He throws a no-hitter, a 9-inning no-hitter, and loses 1-0. The only pitcher in Major League Baseball to ever have that happen. Ken Johnson.
That's a shame.
Happy birthday, Kim. Happy birthday, Ken. 1933. Billy Crash Craddock. You don't do any Crash Craddock songs, probably.
I do not. No.
Nobody does, actually. Joan Van Ark, born on this day, 1943. You remember Knott's Landing?
Oh, yes.
The spinoff of Dallas?
Yes.
She started on Dallas. She was Valine Ewing.
Yeah.
And then went on to
Went
Knott's
over to
Landing.
Knott's, yep.
She was the blonde. I just remember that.
Yes.
Tom Bones Malone.
You got me on this one.
Trombone player for the Blues Brothers.
Oh, really?
And for the most dangerous band in world's most dangerous band, Paul Schaefer and
oh my gosh,
the David Letterman band there.
And it's amazing how good those guys are. Those guys that played for Johnny Carson and yeah, those guys are top notch.
Oh, you could. I just you could say something just randomly and they could play it. I mean, it's very impressive.
Yes.
Roberto Duran, born on this day, 1951. A lot of people consider maybe one of the 10 best boxers of all time, pound for pound.
No mas.
He did say. He did say.
You knew I was gonna say that.
He claims he didn't say no mas.
Oh, baloney.
It was just a mistranslation.
Yeah, right.
Against Sugar Ray Leonard. In the 7th round.
And that was a fight.
Oh yeah.
Good grief.
He beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time. The
Yeah.
second time was the one where Sugar Ray kind of got on him, and he said no mas.
Yeah.
In the 7th round. Tree Rollins, the man's name is Tree.
Yeah.
And he built like one. He's a big man.
Some of the longest arms I think I've ever seen on a basketball player.
James Hellwig, otherwise known as the Ultimate Warrior.
Is that a wrestler?
Yep.
Okay.
He's kind of a psychotic guy, but born on this day, 1959, he left this world in 2014. Wally Joyner, he was a pretty professional hitter, what they would like to call a professional hitter.
Yeah.
1962, John Franklin, born on this day, 1967. Cousin It from the Addams Family.
Oh, is that who that was?
Although you'd never know. I think he was just a big ball of hair. Wasn't he?
Couldn't recognize him.
Phil Mickelson, born on this day, 1970. Is Phil going to play in the U.S. Open? He's going out on the Live Tour. I don't know. Are they going to let him play? How about Tupac? You playing any Tupac songs?
No.
No.
That's
Tupac Shakur,
that's
born
Will
on this day,
Smith's.
1971.
Who is that married to Will Smith?
Jada Pinkett
She's
Smith?
still hung up on Tupac.
Ah, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard it first here. No, that's common knowledge. Okay.
I'm glad you know that.
No, they used to be a thing.
I'm sure that they did.
I don't think she's not over Tupac.
Maybe. Hey, well, yeah. Who is? Kerry Wood, he was a pretty good pitcher for the Cubs.
He was.
Arm injuries. He actually had a 20 strikeout game, if I'm not mistaken, right? I believe that's right. One of the few to actually accomplish that feat. And then Petros Papadakis. Played at USC. Now he's got a very unique voice. Kind of very.
Where did he play?
He played at USC.
Football?
Yep. He was an offensive lineman. He wasn't great. I think his family was.
Sounds like a tennis player.
Like his dad played at USC too. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. David, have a good time.
Next week.
Have a good time. Pull us through.
I'm gonna call
this
in Monday.
weekend.
Live
Please
report
do.
from Omaha.
Absolutely. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.